Hello, welcome to my channel Dark Matrix. My name is Tina, and today I'm gonna talk about Matrix and how Matrix is rewarding evil. We live in duality system. Um, what does it mean? That both exist, good and evil, between the duality. It's like black and white, hot and cold. This is the two opposites in here, and that's why uh, all sort of things happening between this system, because there are two extremes we're talking about. Evil is opposite of good, obviously, and what is really happening here, that every soul that reincarnates here comes from somewhere. We were not created on this planet. The soul has been in existence, in my opinion, forever, and comes from different places, from all over the universe. Some souls are good souls and some are evil souls. Your nature, your blueprint, this cannot be changed. You can decide about your actions, what you're gonna do, you have a choice, but the nature of evil, it's not something that can be corrected, as I put it. Evil is always evil. That's why I always say that evil do not become, evil is born here. When people say, oh, so and so had very difficult childhood, come from a very poor and horrific background, therefore justifying that he or she became a criminal and does something that is obviously of the dark side. So this is justifications, basically, justifications of evil, and it doesn't matter if person is born into poverty. I mean, I came from poverty, and I didn't commit any crime, and I know many other fantastic people that who grew up in dire poverty, basically, and being abused as a child, and all the obstacles in life and all the conflicts, and still they didn't commit crimes. So there's lots of misconceptions regarding that oh, because he or she had terrible start in life here, so they committed crime because they didn't know any better. Well, it's nothing to do with where you come from, really. Yes, it can sometimes sparkle things, even worse, but it's everything is to do with your soul quality of who you are. If you are born and you have evil blueprint because you are evil being, then you're gonna do evil no matter where you are born. I know people who were born into very good families, on the other hand, had very loving homes and decent lives growing up, and they ended up being locked in a prison because they committed crimes. So this is the example that of who you are, not where you were born, because good person is never going to change into evil. So what I'm saying here, this is the Matrix has created these opportunities. I call it opportunities. The Matrix is allowing both evil and good to exist here. The Matrix made sure that they installed this duality system, so anything and everything goes in here. Now, have you ever noticed how people get away with things like, I mean, lots of people commit dreadful deeds, dreadful crimes, and they're not punished for it. They just simply like almost like responsibility doesn't, I don't want to have anything to do with responsibility, and there's no like a legal justice coming to them either. I've seen it in my life, yes. I've seen people that who should have been locked behind bars and never released, walking free and getting away with the way they treated others and the way they behave, basically. And nothing ever happened here. So what I'm saying that Matrix is promoting evil because this is also goes into the area of justice. In my opinion, justice does not exist in here. And as souls, it's our responsibility to seek justice, but we have to do it consciously and individually. And because you're not going to find it in here, especially with this legal, so-called legal system here, which is absolutely laughable, really laughable, you're not going to find it here. If anybody really committed some serious crime against you, your only option is when you cross over into your astral reality. I'm saying your astral reality, not to somebody else's who creates reality for you. You have to be free to act, because if you die a slave, you're not going to go and have choices and suddenly do some justice. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be free person. That means you have to be fully aware with your intention, with your purpose as you're crossing over. And if somebody committed a crime against you and did something wrong, to make it right, if it's possible, I'm not talking that you should become best friends with that person, but you seek justice, and that justice can be seek on the other side. You work from the other side and basically block the other person from moving on whatsoever until they pay, until they answer. What I mean by justice here, I'm not saying there should be specific punishment, but justice up there should be done, that they should feel and go through moment by moment of what they did to you, like eye for an eye kind of situation. Everything that they put you through, they should be able to feel, they should be able to live through it. This is the beginning of path to create some sort of justice. Of course, I mean, you guys may have your own ideas, I mean, but this is what I feel would be right to do, what I would do personally. In here, well, we're all relying on the legal system, but it's, as I said, it's really, it's a joke, really big joke, huge joke. So don't count on much justice in here, whatever happens. Matrix is making sure, Matrix, I'm talking about the system that we are born into. Matrix is making sure that those who commit bad stuff here, who express their evil nature, they are rewarded in all sorts of ways, really. And yeah, I think I made a video about manifestations, and I also mentioned in that video that if you notice that whoever's really of the rotten character and of evil nature, you see these people having good life, basically, that almost like they have luck, like good stuff happens in their life. And it's all because, it's your attitude, it's how you are, who you are. If you have this attitude that you deserve something, and almost you can also be arrogant and say, well, I deserve it, in arrogant way. Universe does not discriminate. You're gonna get what you expect, on the other hand. So it doesn't matter who you are. But it's all connected, really. I mean, evil, if somebody is really of evil nature, these people usually have a character of very shady kind of, and they are arrogant, and their arrogance and entitlement, makes works for them. So they create whatever they desire in here. It comes easier for them. I'm not saying every single evil person has wonderful life and they're rich and they got no problems, because that's not the case. But You can notice this very often that it happened, you know, that good people have very kind of like a low chances in here. Um, well, what I'm saying, I mean, religious people, for example, they've been told to be humble, that greed is bad, you know, that you should not supposed to expect anything, that you're supposed to be poor, basically. It's all this is, in my opinion, ridiculous because we're living in material world. We all need food, we all need shelter, we all need a semi-decent place to exist here, to survive. So saying no to everything and being humble all your life, I mean, it doesn't work. Basically, it doesn't work because you're gonna kind of one day you're gonna resent this kind of state. And when you resent something, you block manifestations. The more you resent, the more you're angry and disappointed, the worse things are gonna come your way because you're opening the door of this negative expectations almost. That, oh, I'm nothing, I'm nobody, really. And I mean, evil people don't say I'm nothing and I'm nobody. They are entitled, they're arrogant, and say, yes, I want this and I'm gonna get this. And nothing stops me. They're confident. And it happens, you see. This is a part of this world that we are living in. I mean, there is no rule for all that fits everybody. We're all different. But yes, we all suffer from being within this duality system, because duality system means that you have to put up with guys that have different opinion from yours, that got different outlooks, they got different beliefs. You know, there's lots of conflict in here because of the duality. And that's why Matrix allows this system here of duality, because without duality there wouldn't be conflict. Where there's no duality, there's no Matrix. Matrix would not be able to exist without duality. So this is the greatest weapon for them against us being here. Yes, and it's being rewarded, you know, if you create this dark energy, if you are kind of expressing your darker side, because this is who you are very well taken care of in this life. Suddenly all doors open to you. You seem to have everything comes easy, manifestation, luck, popularity, you know, life is easier. But again, we are all here temporarily, and everything ends here. So even that doesn't last. No matter who you are, no matter how much you manage to get in this life, it's obvious that you have to cross over one day when the time comes. So yes, duality and matrix, does this exist in astral reality? In my opinion, yes, there are places, because what happens in afterlife, there are different levels of existence, different to what we see and hear in this physical level. And then again, Earth is surrounded by lower level of astral, and in the lowest level that surround the immediate surrounding Earth plane, this is where duality dwells as well. This is all part of the matrix, all part of this, because this is like a machine basically that operates in certain way. And I'm talking about here when you cross over into the matrix duality, lower astral, you are most likely going to be definitely reincarnated back in here. So please do some research and find as much as possible about what's going on, and perhaps think, even if you haven't done so yet, how you're going to conduct yourself when you cross over, and where would you like to find yourself. Try to look into creating your own place of existence to get out of that evil matrix, because evil and matrix go like this together. This is a system that oppresses and recycles people and kills us on the end, unless we find a way to release ourselves from this system. There are also places, obviously, in a higher astral realities, that there's no duality there, which means that you're going to find yourself in a place surrounded by people who are on the same level as you are. So there'll be zero conflict. They're going to think in very similar manner that you do. Their beliefs going to be in harmony with what you believe, and that way you can get harmonious existence, and you have happiness, obviously, that comes through that, because anywhere else, yes, you have happy moments, but this is not a happy existence, you know. Everything like it's almost like the normal state here is a bleak reality, we call it. Every day it's grey, day after day, you know. There's very little joy, really. You know, you get periods of times in your life when you feel a bit elated when something good is happening, but that doesn't last. So again, part of the matrix, part of the programming here, and part of the way we were basically shaped since the day one, since we came to this planet. So yes, it is important to remember that the only way is to leave the matrix, to exist as a free and independent individual, away from what is going on here. I will go back to this subject again, because this is only like a tip of the iceberg, basically, what is going on. I just do this video as a part of awareness that I would like to spread. So people who are interested in this subject can get a little bit of understanding. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe and leave a thumb up if you liked the video, and see you next time. Bye bye.